Welcome to the Akashic Library.
All right, so today we're diving into a question that, let's be honest, probably gets to all of us at some point. How in the world do you deal with the anxiety of not knowing what's coming next? We're going to explore a really powerful way of thinking that's all about breaking free from that constant, nagging what-if worry.
So let me just start by asking you this. Are you a planner? I mean, do you try to map out every possibility, prepare for every single thing that could go wrong, just in case? It's a really common impulse, this deep desire to feel like we're in control of the future. You know that feeling, right? That little voice in your head that insists you have to cover all your bases. It's constantly asking, but what if this happens? What if that person doesn't come through? What if I don't have exactly what I need? We tell ourselves we're just being responsible, but man, it is absolutely exhausting.
And that right there is the trap. This mindset, which feels so practical on the surface, is actually a huge source of our stress. It locks us into this endless loop of what-ifs, making us imagine and try to solve problems that don't even exist yet.
So what's the way out? Well, the idea we're exploring today offers a completely different way to approach the future. It's all built around this really powerful concept of self-reliance.
Okay, so here is the core of it, and it's a pretty bold statement. The most important resources you have are already inside you. The whole idea is that everything you will ever truly need to get through life, you've already got it.
Now, let's be super clear. This does not mean you're supposed to have all the answers right now. Not at all. It's about having faith in your future self. It's about trusting that when a real challenge pops up, you will absolutely have the skills and the strength to handle it in that moment.
But this idea of self-reliance isn't just about you and your ego. It's actually connected to something bigger. So let's talk about the real power source behind this kind of trust.
So the full thought goes like this. You don't need anything outside of yourself and outside of God. Now, I know that word God can mean a lot of different things to a lot of people, so let's get really specific about what it means in this context. This is really important. This is not about religion in a traditional or dogmatic way. The source is very clear about this, saying, I am not a Christian or religious dogmatic anything. The idea of faith here is meant to be totally universal.
The term that's used here is infinite intelligence. You can think of it as a belief in some kind of guiding force in the universe, a sense that things are working out. When you trust in that intelligence, you can let go of the need to stockpile everything or solve problems ahead of time. I mean, can you imagine how much mental energy that would free up? It's this core belief that whatever you need, you will have it, right when you need it.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds very individualistic, doesn't it? And it brings up a huge question. What about other people? What about our need for community?
Let's just put it right out there. If you only need what's inside you and this infinite intelligence, does that mean you're supposed to just go it all alone? That you don't need anyone else in your life?
And the answer is an immediate, emphatic no. In fact, the source says it twice just to make the point. Of course you need community. Of course you need community. This isn't a contradiction, you see. It's actually a much deeper way of understanding how it all works.
This slide really breaks down the difference. The old what-if way of thinking creates dependency, this constant low-level worry that you won't have the right friends or family around to help you. But this new mindset, it's all about trust. It's the faith that when you need support, the right people, the right community will show up.
So what this means is, you can stop stressing about building the perfect support network for every possible future disaster. You simply have to trust that the universe, or this infinite intelligence, will bring you the people you need, exactly when you need them.
Okay, so this is a really powerful philosophy, but how do we actually do it? How do we apply this in our real, messy, day-to-day lives? Let's break it down. And that's the key here. This is not just some abstract theory. It's presented as a lived, practical way of navigating the world, a way to replace all that anxiety with a genuine sense of trust and flow. So here's the playbook. It's pretty simple. Step 1, you just notice that what-if thought when it pops into your head. Step 2, you consciously decide to let go of the urge to solve that imaginary problem right then and there. And step 3, you replace the worry with a simple statement of trust. Whatever happens, I'll have what I need to handle it in the moment. See, this whole approach is built on just a few core beliefs that really build up your resilience. First, you are resourceful. You just are. Second, there's a guiding intelligence at play. Third, you don't have to do it all alone. The right people will show up. And finally, and this is a big one, solutions don't need to be planned out ahead of time. They appear right when they're needed. And that really just leaves us with one final question to think about. Imagine actually letting go of that pressure to cover all your bases. Imagine what it would feel like to replace all that anxiety with a deep trust in yourself and in the way life unfolds. What would that free you up to do? Seriously, what could you accomplish if you just weren't so afraid of the what-ifs?
What if thinking keeps you stuck in imagined futures instead of present power? Next, transform your self-concept in the affirmation effect.